Fulham 1. Manchester United winning 1-0. So Maximan is being readied for Newcastle. Just 1 goal and 3 assists this season. Has had a run the team as much as he's had before. And we await any changes, but the worry for Arsenal would be discipline potentially. Newcastle have been able to win a few good fouls and put a few key players on a yellow card in this first half, notably Xhaka and Ketir and Partey are a few also. And Arsenal are entering the pitch. Followed by Newcastle. No signs yet if so Maximan's going to come on. See how smiling and chewing his gum, scratching his head a little bit also. Wait in the second half. Arsenal shooting from right to left. Newcastle shooting to their travelling supporters. And running with Ramsdale in goal. Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, White, Xhaka, Partey, Odegaard, Martin and Ketir and Saka as the selection. Pope, Byrne, Botman, Shaw, Trippier, Long Scarf, and Gomez and Willock, Almiron and Wilson, and Jolinton Delano for Newcastle. Zinchenko hits this low. Newcastle get a deflection. Almiron now picks it up. It's blocked. Now here's Xhaka. He wins this 25 yards into Newcastle's half. Goes to Partey. See Zinchenko. Scoops this now to Nketiah. It's a cutting ball from the Ukrainian, feeding it to Nketiah, who teases back up, looking towards Odegaard. Zinchenko's touch is heavy, and Newcastle look to clear. They fire this forward, and it's Gabriel who picks this, looking towards Almiron. It's with Martinelli. Back to Saliba. Just lift this back. Ramsdale. Everyone Saliba haven't had to do too much to defend it. They've lost their concentration, have gifted a few opportunities to Newcastle. Nothing too definite. Zinchenko, lovely swing ball inside to Xhaka. Odegaard, it's all out of ball for Zinchenko. And Saka goes into the penalty box here, pulls this back, and he can't find the striker and Eddie and gets it. It's cut away. Inside ball from Zinchenko is the ball that gets this move going. Arsenal starting the second half how they did the first. Odegaard outside the penalty box runs into 3 Newcastle players. It's lucky that he didn't get a free kick. Also, lovely skill here from Wilson. Wilson riding here. He's got Willock to the right of him. Wilson. Jack has pushed him down. Jack's got to be careful. He's on a yellow card already, so I don't think he will be arguing, but Trippier will definitely be saying that's 2, and he has the Newcastle captain. And can he really be making those types of challenges when you're on a yellow card? Actually, big games coming up also. Trippier. There's this set piece for Newcastle. That's pressed across Arsenal's penalty box. It's the first chance they can get at this Arsenal team in the second period. The shooting to the goal where all those Newcastle supporters are. Can they find a Newcastle player? Or loops over the bar. Maybe the share getting towards the ball once again. Maybe it was Botman. Question is, was he onside? No, he was offside. It would have counted if it did loop it. Newcastle supporters have gone up and down the country, wanting and yearning for success. Oh, Lily given away by Ramsdale. Still with Newcastle. Almiron now. Referee hasn't penalised them for that free kick. It was sloppy from Ramsdale. Wilson blocked it, and that's why Arsenal now retreating and defending. Here's Trippier. It's a good 1-2 here. Low cross. Oh, it missed everybody. Just needed a touch to fire its way into goal. Ramsdale's got his hand up because he's nearly put his side behind, but Saka's now off this right, scampering away with it, and Nketiah now trying to scoop this towards Saka. Arsenal 0, Newcastle 0. It's a nice ebb and flow of this game. Ramsdale still got his hand up because he knows that was a very, very hairy moment for the Arsenal number one. Wilson nip it in. It was Xhaka who went sliding into the penalty box. And considering he's on a yellow card, and then the ball in from Almiron, could it be tapped in by Wilson? Just needed that touch. It would have been enough. Partey. Flip to Gabriel now. That's a right fitted. Harry leaks for Lulili towards Saka. Header was met by from Burn. Almiron seems to be just hopping and moving a bit through few places. Here's Willock, he goes around. Partey, Willock, he's now having a run at Ben White, approaching the byline down this left side for Newcastle. Puts on his right, crosses blocked by White. Falls to Bruno Guimaraes. Here's Joelinton, they've got freezing away a little bit, but Guimaraes still gets the ball. He scoops this now to the right, looking towards Almiron. First time cross from Almiron, headed out by Partey. Quick pace towards this game with only already done 5 minutes. Here's Trippier. Down the right now. Here's Almiron. Trying to play this 1-2 squared ball. Almiron will galvanise, and it's a strong challenge from Gabriel, who's had a fine evening so far in North London. Arsenal, Newcastle could spell this for Eddie Howe's team. We're on the longest unbeaten streak he's done for over 10 years really. 12 games unbeaten, haven't lost since Anfield. That's the only defeat. 2-1 loss where they took the lead. They're missing Alexander Isak. He's not really been able to season. Headed it out. So with Arsenal moving well, and it's really the way they've sandwiched in there on Odegaard and Joelinton, just knees colliding. There's a bit of issues for the Brazilians. He's gone down holding his knee. Eddie Howe picked up a water bottle. Says on the yellow card. Still getting treatment. Joelinton, you haven't missed anything here on Flash Score. Looks some deep conversation now with Eddie Howe. He's getting a bit of water for himself also. Up and running with Pope. Wilson, and then it's offside. Saka down this right, through to Partey, Zinchenko, through to Martinelli. Martinelli with the lycra boots up against Alba, goes in field to Zinchenko. Zinchenko now back to the Brazilian on the right hand side, the left side of the touchline, where Partey has tried to just swing a ball into Odegaard, and Berners picks it up, and he's actually done really well. Nearly found Wilson, and also have to clear. It would be a throw in to Burn takes his throw in. Throwing rather to Newcastle. Arsenal, of course, cleared the ball. And they've got another one up. Newcastle on the halfway line. Still 0-0 here. There's Almiron. There's Wilson. White. Score updates: Everton 0, Brighton 2. Ferguson's got a second for Brighton at Goodison. That's the latest score. Goodison. In fact, training to Brighton. Getting confirmation of the third goal. Arsenal look to ascend into Newcastle's half. It's now with Zinchenko, who's definitely pushed his ball towards Xhaka. Odegaard's volley is absolutely devoid of any type of quality. It kind of bubbled up, left-footed, and it went up the top. In this game, so supporters getting a little bit agitated at the moment. Here's Saliba. Back line and the run. Saliba for Arsenal goes in field to Zinchenko. Left fullback is right next to Partey. And Arsenal really do so well. Go up now. Here is Saka, who's running towards him. Willock and stripped Bukayo Saka. And Willock has decided to. The referee's decided to give Willock a yellow card. Been shared, and the linesman saying that it wasn't. But they're claiming it's not a free kick. Joelinton's now gone to the ground also. The conclusions that Arsenal have a really good chance to put the ball into the box. It's more of a Saka, Klein and Joelinton. I don't think that was a free kick. It's one of those clever ones where maybe Joelinton sick. King. Well, here's a chance for Arsenal to take the lead. With this set piece, it's left-footed. It's in by Saka. And it's another yellow card. This referee is but Almiron just for the wall. Not sure what that's for. Wow, we finally get to see this set piece taken. It's with Saka. It's floated into the Danes area. Pope punches it away. And Newcastle finally get the ball. And from there, penalty box. It gets floated back in by Odegaard. It's gathered by Nick Pope. It's 4-0 to Brighton. In the game against Everton, Frank Lampard under huge pressure, you would imagine. And still got half an hour to play in that game. Almiron, who's got to be careful going in these challenges on a yellow card. Xhaka, and he arrows this towards and gets it. He just goes around Kieran Trippier. Nketiah has still got the ball. Got it back from Zinchenko. Partey onto White. Down his right. Left side here for Saka. Doesn't get bundled over there, Bukayo Saka. White now. Heavy touch from Saliba. Zinchenko. Forward now to Xhaka. Zinchenko just waits. Now with Xhaka on this left side, as Martinelli ahead of him, scampered into the box. He elects not to go there. Martinelli. Just holds. Oh, tries to just swing the ball around the right with Bukayo Saka, who's gone down from that. Just a collision from the defender. Burn was holding Gabriel, and just have to be careful there. Another occasion, easily could have been a pen, especially because he's holding his shirt. I'm very surprised that VAR haven't looked at that. And Saka will need some treatment. Gross has got the fourth for Brighton against Everton. Because he's going to get some treatment. There's a conversation with the technical area. Get a replay there, and he's holding his face, Saka, so it should be okay in terms of his teeth. And he is now drinking water and he's seeing a bit more mobile. Eddie Howe's in deep conversation with Wilson. 0-0 draw. Beat Spurs 2 on October. Look to win away both in North London sides. Premier League season for the first time since 2001-2002 season. Newcastle, well, they're not winning this game at the moment, but they are holding the league leaders, who've only dropped points in 2 games this season. 14 wins out of 16 Arsenal. Phenomenal form you've been in. Able to get those 14 wins. Just loses to Arsenal. Sorry, he's into Manchester United. And of course, dropping points 1-1 to Southampton away. Also, those are the 2 teams to get the results. Ramsdale passes to Saliba. Saka. He's up and running. Here's Martinelli. Down this left, goes on his right, tries to angle the shot here, and Pope needs to handle it twice. just scampers it superbly. Here is Zinchenko to Martinelli. Zinchenko now with Partey. Here with Saliba onto this right side now for Bukayo Saka. Saka up against Bird. Oh, it's really good lightning pace. Puts Brown down. Goes into the middle of the box, Saka. But equally responded there. Jonathan, really good defending from the defender. Oh, say the midfielder. Half the defender was left for dead. Corner. 65 minutes played at the Emirates. We still wait for the breakthrough in this top of the table clash in the Premier League. A left foot here, spirals Timo looking towards Gabriel, who went up for it, but he couldn't make the connection. Wilson's going to scamper and try and get it. White does well. He heads this back towards Xhaka. Xhaka to Zinchenko. Swiss international. Xhaka gets it back, or he's found a gap to find it to Zinchenko. He's got the ball back via ricochet. Xhaka in the field now to Partey. A lot of central bodies. All these bodies in Newcastle's half. Down this right they go. Once again with Saka up against Burnley. He's seen a lot more of the ball. Saka. He's getting Martinelli involved from an Arsenal perspective. Partey gives it away and Jonathan can extend now. Gives this to Willock. Willock's going to try and have a run once again with Partey. Goes infield here to Garmaresh. Garmaresh now to Wilson. Wilson ran into trouble. It's difficult for Wilson. As soon as he got the ball, Gabriel was there to gallop it up. Comfortable in the end. Now back with Saka. Here we go. Take 100. He's up against Bird. Jonathan and Bird are doubling up. He's able to spill the ball forward. He's giving it away. And it's only Wilson there. So isolated at the moment. Up front. Here's Martinelli. Here's Zinchenko. White. Here's Gabriel. That defence. Just pointing there at the moment. And City, that's lovely from the forward. And City trying to find Martinelli. Keeper comes out. Pope grabs it. City, who's been in fine form when it comes to the Emirates. He scored in 3. It's the second Premier League starts at home. 11 goals from 11 starts. No more away. And he tried to take a bit too many Newcastle players and it couldn't fall to. And then on Russian Martinelli and on Russian Pope went together. Still 0-0 live on Flash Score. It's going to be a rundown of the score lines across the country at the moment. It's 0-0 here. 4-0 to Brighton against Everton at Goodison Park. Fulham still lead 1-0 to Leicester. Manchester United 2-0 at home to Bournemouth. The changes are about to be brought on here. That's the end for Wilson this evening. Bit of a surprise. He's just signed a little bit, but they've got a big game. 2 big games. Newcastle, they go to Hillsborough, Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup on Saturday, and then they go to they host Leicester. And Amron and Wilson have been removed in the Carabao Cup. And those are definitely games that I think Eddie Howe's looking at now here. As Murphy's come on also for Newcastle. So Wood and Murphy on, Amron and Wilson. Offside from Newcastle. It's going to be a free kick to Ramsdale. opposing field. Partey, Saliba, is put under pressure by Willock, who's been booked. He's holding his face, and a lot of Arsenal players are claiming, why isn't that not a second yellow? The problem is, because of Granit Xhaka, he's on a yellow card, he's made a challenge. It's kind of, you're on a yellow, but you're allowed one more. If 2 more, then you're in trouble. It seems to be the situation. I think it's showing that frustration. Well, the stats of the game is this: Arsenal 10 shots, Newcastle's 8, 2 on target, 1 touch in the box for Arsenal, 25, 66% possession. Here is Partey. To Gabriel, to Martinelli, Schenko, Partey fires this to the right side. 20 minutes left in this game. Saka heads this out. Games keep coming up on Flash Score, with Chelsea, Man City coming late in the week, and of course in the FA Cup. The derbies this month, a lot of action, a lot of audio commentaries for you on this app. Has everything for you when it comes to sport and football. It's Newcastle with Murphy. First touches for him, he's just scampering a bit too much, because he's giving the ball away to Schenko. He's come to cover this all the way down this right side. He's fed Saka with the ball, approaching the penalty box. He uses his left foot to switch it to Martinelli. 5 yards outside the penalty box. Martinelli goes into the penalty box, lets fly, and it's blocked. It will be a corner for Arsenal. No, it remains. Better, though, from the league leaders. Saliba has gone up for this corner. So is Granit Xhaka, and so has White. Martinelli will take him. Both his hands up to fire this right to the far post. Newcastle win their header, and it's brought down, it's cleared by the visitors. Does fall to Zinchenko, about 25 yards outside the penalty box. Here's Gabriel, who will try to packle his way into the penalty area. 0-0 it remains. Tension will build. Ball's given away by Newcastle. And gets it here, nearly scampered away with the ball. There's a lot of scampering going on today between these two sides, and it's with Willock, who's running down this left side. Excellent challenge by White, but it's ricocheted towards Willock, back towards him. He's approaching the byline, Willock. He wants to go into the box past White, and White does so well defensively. Partey's come to clean up and help, but it will be a throw it to Newcastle on that far side, knocking on the door. Player has just gone down, and Bukayo Saka and Joelinton coming together. Yeah, and wouldn't be too much. You feel with that? Taken on the left side. Its way back to the right. Now with Murphy. Murphy now. Oh, they've won a corner. Newcastle. Few tired legs out there tonight, it may seem. A lot of the travelling supporters for Newcastle have their tops off in the crowd. It seems to be the Newcastle way at times. The travelling supporters, they have a really good chance now to harm Arsenal's goal. It's going to be right footed, right to the far post. And the referee has, in the end, decided you see the foul. He's blowing his whistle. And it remains 0-0. Arsenal take this free kick. Having Share still on the ground at the moment. It's the first change for Arsenal. This sees them replace Ben White and Yasu coming into the lineup. This is of course part of the team. On his side, he went to the World Cup. The last 16, and we're up and running again in this game. 15 to go. We're going to find a winner. Top here, Zinchenko towards Xhaka. Gabriel. He calms this now to Alien Gete. Trippier does the defender. He's clipped. Referee says nothing doing. It's a good headed battle between Wood and Zinchenko. Another good header won by Partey. Disappointing for Wood. He's been brought on to win those types of duels. Winning so it's make sure Arsenal have the ball comfortably. And here is Xhaka approaching the penalty box. Looking to the left side now. Here is Zinchenko. Oh, good ball into the box. Work to back out to Martinelli inside the box. Left footed, cross incoming. Can't find Arsenal player. You can only find the hands of Nick Pope. At the moment. Newcastle trying to wiggle their way out, and they have. He gave the ball away. Hope they're building from the back. Tomiyasu. And Jack has been brought down. Taken the free kick quickly. Saka, 13 minutes to go in this game. 0-0. He's still up against that battle with Bird. He's had to go all the way infield to find Zinchenko. Zinchenko now looking towards Martinelli. Martinelli under pressure. Zinchenko looking for that 1-2. Ah, nice for Martinelli. Gets the give and go. Goes into centrally with Partey. Partey ushers us now to the right. For Saliba now, diagonal ball. It's a good flick on from Xhaka. Martinelli's in the box, but once again Newcastle are alert. It's Fabian Schär who sticks his left boot out. This will be a corner for Arsenal. Martinelli, right footed, pushed away by Pope. Comes back to Jack inside the box. So many red shirts in there, including Newcastle, of course. Tomiyasu trying to dart himself into a header. Newcastle move up. Their defence side, they drop a little bit deeper. They're all in their own penalty box, Newcastle. So on the left side, Xhaka trying to find Odegaard, who's had a quiet second period, the Arsenal captain. Here is Saka, red boots, low cross, deflected, and it will go for a corner. Pope can't keep it in. Just starting to build a little bit. Here comes the cross in, and it's flicked, oh, so nearly into the bottom corner. And it was Martinelli who rose the highest. He ran towards the ball. It was a combination of two, in fact. Martinelli got the final touch. Whiskered away. Partey just ran away ahead of him. That was a good chance to open the scoring for Arsenal. In the final 10 minutes of this game. Hope to take it. Oh, Gabriel's header. Because it's needed a bit of help with Zinchenko to chest it. Back to his goalkeeper. Partey. Now with Saliba. Made a few appearances. Last 15 minutes. Seen 2 shots from Arsenal, 3 touches in the penalty box for Newcastle. In opposition, 9 from Arsenal. 76% possession. But Newcastle have got it now with Bruno Guimaraes down this right side with Murphy now. Murphy up against Zinchenko. Murphy running at Zinchenko, still with the winger. Low cross block. Trippier's first ball crossed it. Oh, was over Wood. Probably what Wood has brought on to do, as I mentioned, with his height to try and win those headers. Been able to have the opportunity so far. Has gone for a corner, however. There was a slight deflection on that ball. Newcastle supporters, a loud voice behind that goal. They believe they can suck that ball into the goal. Talk about, say about sucking the ball into the net. There's so many Newcastle players in and around the Arsenal goal. It's right footed, doesn't really beat the first man. It goes back to Trippier. It's a good ball in, and Zinchenko's had to get that. He didn't. There was a Newcastle player waiting, still with Newcastle, edge of the box now. Down this right, recycled in. Tomiyasu's battling with Wood, who wins the header, goes back to the far post. And Xhaka lets it run. It was a chance. Good chance there for Newcastle. Arsenal, to their credit, survive. He would have been offside anyway. And you go Arsenal tonight, haven't they? With the defensive calls when they have looked vulnerable on their set pieces. Partey. Oh, it's a nice ball. Trying to release Saka down the left, but it's hit with a bit too much power. It's gone out. This is clapping. Halfway line. Be a goal kick. No. Newcastle. Here is Willock. Oh, he got his round. Tomiyasu here. Willock riding out up against the fullback. Jolinton to the right of it. Nice scampering skill from Guimaraes. The player down for Newcastle on the far side with a bit of cramp, so they're down to 10 players momentarily. Murphy hits the byline, and the ball was going to go towards that player who's just trying to get himself up here, but it's with Jolinton who's made sure he got the ball. But there is an injury with Wallach, and he's in real trouble. And Arsenal can scamper on and run forward. Here's Martinelli on this left side. Checks back up. Odegaard miscued it, trying to feed it towards. In the end, it was Xhaka. That's nice for Murphy. He just keeps trying to skip and pass the ball up. But does find a Arsenal player. Here's Saka. He's approaching the penalty box, goes on his left foot. Tees up. Partey low. And it's blocked by Newcastle. The effort from the Ghanaian. It's still with Odegaard though, edge of the box. And he just launches this forward. And Nketiah's been kind of muscled in the penalty area. Oh, they can't get themselves out here, Newcastle. As Gabriel's had a swing himself. It comes right back to him from that shot from the Brazilian. He feeds it towards his fellow international in Martinelli. Martinelli sweeps this back to Partey centrally. 5 minutes to go. Newcastle started to hang on here. The roof will come off the Emirates if Arsenal were to find a winner. Martinelli low cross, which is blocked out by Fabian Schär. And Willock, who needs to get treatment, is there as Zinchenko is not happy at all. Very good game management. Newcastle have been known for that this season. The game management, notoriously at Anfield, they inverted commas wasted a few minutes, and that came to bite them in the end. We'll see. Willock is just limping off the pitch now. Referee's having a conversation with the Newcastle captain tonight in Trippier. It will be like this time will be added on. Arteta steaming at the fourth official. Well, they all know their tricks in terms of Newcastle. So Maximan's going to come on for Willock. He was ringing up at half time. It seemed that he was going to come on much sooner. It was so late. And it's Maximan on. Away again, Zinchenko now to Gabriel. To the Ukrainian. Oh, it's nice. Oh, back heel here. And Nketiah's in the box. Chance to shoot. Good save from Pope. Really good save. Was the opportunity for Arsenal to take the lead in the last minute. Zinchenko keep the moves alive. Back to Partey. They're been ushered away from Newcastle's penalty box. So here's Gabriel trying to find that ball to Nketiah. Gives it back from Xhaka. Oh, they're claiming handball here, and it's waved away. Saliba's a bit hesitant to win that header, and it's a free kick that's been given to Arsenal. Wonderful save from Pope. He saves with his legs from Nketiah. Just to deny it. A man in form. Hit it nice and low. Stuck his left leg out to stop the ball. Flying into the net. And to give Arsenal a big win. Gets a header. Headed on from the ball in. Taking it quickly, so Maximan looking towards in there, and Ramsdale had to get it up to approach the final minute in this game. Here's Martinelli. He felt that challenge from Murphy. Gabriel always find these angled balls in. Arsenal always are. It's a real theme of their game. Finding it into the left side. I wonder, the question is how many minutes added on will we have? Saliba. Partey. Now for Saka. Tomiyasu. Partey. Zinchenko. And towards Martinelli. Partey now. Tomiyasu. On towards Saka. 30 seconds of normal time left here. He's approaching the byline. Saka. Oh, he's stepped over and he's pushed it ahead of him a bit too much to the byline, and Mikel Arteta's not happy. Goes to his technical team and says, come on, let's not do that. So they'll just whip the ball in. And how many more minutes added on? We're going to find out in 15 seconds or so. It's 5 added on. And Arteta's gone straight to the ball saying, how is it only 5 minutes? And I have to be honest, myself, I was surprised. I was expecting a bit more also. Newcastle players have gone down a few times. This half. Here's Bruno Guimaraes trying to release this forward. Here is Wood. The flag stayed down here for Wood. It's a chance. He teases back up, but Tomiyasu's there. And the flag eventually did go up, but Tomiyasu has picked this up. Recycled it. Here is Zinchenko over the halfway line for Arsenal. Gives it back to the Japanese fullback. He's on the left side now. Tomiyasu. Also, fullbacks can find themselves in all types of positions. Here's Gabriel onto this right. Here's Saka. The red boots tonight matching the Arsenal shirt. And he find a clinical nature in the definitive pass. Odegaard's a man who could find a definitive pass, and on that occasion he didn't, as he just simply dinked the ball into the air and then he dinked it out of play. That's still talking to the full official. I think the frustration is, of course, the time. Saliba. Let's cut this out. Newcastle fans are getting pumped by Bruno Guimaraes. Also, they've got a chance to launch the ball into the box. Here's Burn up against Saka. Burn trying to win a corner, and he has. Well. Right in front of the Newcastle supporters in the 93rd minute. We are halfway through the 5 that's been added on here at the Emirates. Newcastle still going to remain unbeaten, by the way. If this score was stay the same, if they were to better this result with this corner. Newcastle fans, E-I-E-I-O, up the Premier League we go. Are they going to go up the Premier League a bit more into second via this set piece? It's the former Tottenham Hotspur player in Trippier who fires to the far post. Can't find Jolinton. It's gone a bit out. It's defended well once again by Arsenal. It wasn't the best set piece, has to be said. And Arsenal have done superb and have won themselves a goal kick. It won't be that thrilling ending as we anticipated, but also get things going quickly. Now with Tomiyasu, runs right to Partey now. Zinchenko, oh, nice ball once again, infield to Xhaka. Xhaka looking towards Odegaard. Saka is there, brilliant challenge from Fabian Schär. Met Odegaard to make sure he couldn't swing the ball towards Saka. And the ball's going to go towards Nick Pope. We just have over a minute left in this game of the 5. It's finished Everton 1, Brighton 4 in the game at Goodison tonight. Still 1-0. Fulham. United still leading 2-0, of course. Less than a minute left to go. And we find a late winner. Saka. There's Gabriel. Zinchenko now. He's still running. Trying to create an opportunity in this middle of the park. Doesn't seem to be the case. Gabriel, oh, nice ball. Here to Xhaka. Zinchenko in the box. Turns, looking towards Martinelli. No one wants to stick a leg out here. Here is Xhaka. Goes into the penalty box. Little push from Trippier. They're claiming handball. Late on here, they're screaming handball. Is this going to be a late twist? VAR is going to check it for sure. Arteta's steaming up towards the 4th official. Here's the first replay. Granit Xhaka. Left foot dink. Oh, no, it's difficult to see from that end. They all scream. We'll get a better view here. Oh, it does strike the out elbow. Be harsh. It would be harsh. And no penalty has been given. And Arteta's just going around. Eddie Howe's having a go at Arteta also. It's all kicking off with it a little bit. No penalty has been given. And Arteta's just going around. Eddie Howe's having a go at Arteta also. It's all kicking off with it a little bit at the Emirates. The valuable, how important this game can be. The importance, this game could be when the top forwards players mean. Arteta's getting a bit too animated here with Eddie Howe. I miss all of that. Also do have a corner. I'm trying to work out they do. They've got to throw it. It's hard to work out here. Here is Thomas Partey to most likely throw the last roll of the dice. Another yellow card has been given to a player. The referee hasn't had the finest games. The refereeing team maybe just got that right. Jamal Lascelles has been booked. It's Partey to arrow this one in via the throw-in. It's won by a Newcastle player, punched by Pope. It'll be a corner. It will be a corner. It's not going to be enough time for it. This will have to be it for Arsenal. Eddie outside will need to defend. It's fired in, looking towards the far post, cleared away by Newcastle. Comes back to Saka, over the bar, and that's it. Honours even in North London. Arsenal 0, Newcastle 0. Both these two teams extend their unbeaten runs. 13 games unbeaten now for Newcastle. They're one away from equaling their best ever in Premier League history. Arsenal now 11 games unbeaten. They failed to extend their lead at the top to 10 points. They do extend their lead by 8 points, but knowing that City play on Thursday night, they could carve that back to 5, knowing that City do play them twice.